got devices all around. Off-grid network in the town. Signals bouncing off the ground. Aliens joining in the sound. Meshtastic in the air tonight. Be connected just right. Satellites light up the sky, communicating in the sound. Meshtastic in the air tonight. Get connected just right. Satellites light up the sky, communicating. We don't ask why. All your base belong to us. Aliens whisper, feel the trust. Jonathan Bennett needs to shave. In this network we all rave. Packets flying never still. Data moving at our will. Off-grid adventures give a thrill. In the mesh we fit the bill. From Earth to stars and back again. Aliens mesh, it's not pretend. Jonathan's beard is just a trend. In this network, there's no end. All your base all belong to us. Aliens whisper, feel the trust. Jonathan Bennett needs to shave. In this network we all rave. Belong to us. Aliens whisper, feel the trust. Jonathan Bennett needs to shave. In this network we all rave.
Alright, so my Raspberry Pi stopped responding, which tells me that the power's out. And I look at the Epic power gate, the green light's on, which means the battery is still there. But look at this. The power guard has got the low voltage trip light on, which means that the battery got to a low voltage. And in order for the battery to not completely drain, to protect the LiPo, so it should start charging the minute I plug the power source back in, the low voltage trip off disconnected the load to the battery. So all the equipment you see here that's plugged into the switch and everything, that's the load that I had running on it in order to drain the battery and test this out. So what happens is the power guard monitors for 11.50 volts. When the battery voltage gets to 11.5, it does a low voltage trip, which cuts off the output. So the load is no longer being fed. So you can see everything is off, but the battery is still on. And that means that if I plug in the power, the battery should just start charging again. And we're going to do that right now. So if this works, then I solved how to use the power gate with a LiFePo 4 battery. So plug this in, power source goes back on, battery starts charging. And there it is. We're at 14.5 volts. power source is now plugged back in. Battery starts out blinking fast, but then it starts blinking slow just to say that it's charging again. Oh yeah, we solved this problem. Haha, beautiful. And you can see power gate shows that the voltage is normal again. So it connected the load again automatically. Oh, this worked great. So we're gonna rinse and repeat. Let's do this again one more time just to see that it's repeatable. I mean, realistically, at this very juncture, the battery has charged a couple volts. So I could theoretically unplug it right now. And then that way I don't have to wait hours for it to unplug. So now it's running on battery again. And look, we're at 11.89 volts, 11.9. So this should disconnect very, very soon. When it gets down to 11.5, just that little bit of time that I plugged it in, it charged enough to bring the voltage up high enough in order for this to stay on, the battery to power everything. But once that gets down to 11.5, it's gonna cut off again. And then I should be able to come down once more, plug it in, the battery will still have juice in it, and the LifePo 4 will start charging automatically. I might be able to just trigger this drop because it's 11.7. If I key down on my radio, it should put a large drop on the voltage. Here we go, keying down right now. Now it's below the drop off. Look, it cut off. There goes the trip. It worked perfectly. Sorry for the noise, my dog is drinking water behind me. But there you go. So it worked. And it's repeatable. Plug this back in. Battery starts charging. Load is reconnected. There we go. So far, repeatability. My only question is, how long will the LifePo 4 stay charged after the cutoff so that it has enough adequate time for the city power to return, the power supply to come back on, and then get everything back to normal.